Good evening. Welcome to Fire in the Grate.
I am Erica, Executive Chef at Soul Creek Grill, here known as The Fire, and on social platforms you can find me as The Monday Baker. And
I'm Hugh Preece. I am owner-operator of Soul Creek Grill. I am known as The Great, and on social media you can find me as Fermented Boss.
yes,
How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. It's been a beautiful week so far. How's your week going?
Loving it, loving it. So today, Chef, what are we going to do?
Well, I challenged you last time. Remember, we talked about keeping the seafood theme on, and we went ahead and did the salmon, our salmon dish, our beautiful brown butter glazed salmon for you to pair with something from your personal cellar.
Yeah, well, so loving this idea, and I love the salmon dish. It's a Faroe salmon.
The texture is beautiful. It's skin on. We serve it with a crispy skin, which adds a nice layer to the flavor of the dish.
And texture.
And texture, absolutely. And it's served with a brown butter glaze. To top the salmon, we have a little bit of butternut squash puree on the plate to add a layer of flavor to it as well. And we serve it with our citrus brown rice and broccoli.
Awesome. So that brown butter is just going to bring this this nutty, creamy texture to this dish, complementing the fattiness of the salmon itself and that richness of the salmon, but not overpowering.
No, it's a very silky, nutty flavor on the butter. You get hints of spice, you get hints of the sweetness of the butter, and you get a little bit of honey flavor in it as well. So all combined with that strong fatty flavor of the salmon, it's amazing.
Excellent. Well, I've already made my choice on the wine. I did that over the week. Wasn't a hard choice, but we are going to go back to Alto Adige. This will be our third wine from Alto Adige, which is kind of crazy.
And all of them have been absolutely fantastic.
So why don't we get the salmon started, and I will go grab the wine. Yeah.
Let's go. We'll see you soon.
Welcome back.
What do we have here? It's delicious already.
So as I mentioned before, this is another wine from Alto Adige. It is another medium-bodied wine. High elevations. The grape itself is a native varietal from Alto Adige, and it's actually a group of grapes. It's called Schiava.
Schiava.
And it's a group of 4 grapes that produce these incredibly beautiful light to medium-bodied wines that have wonderful complexity, silky tannins, and I think this particular one, it's a St. Magdalener Classico, which is primarily Schiava. It can have Lagrein blended into it, but it is it's one of my favorite wines. And this wine you can drink every day and pair it with a different food item, and it will go excellent.
Wow, I can't wait. Your one is amazing. There's
So
a subtleness to it.
It is. So the producer is Franz Gojer. So yes. So as we talked about before, Alto Adige used to be part of Austria. So you do find a lot of names that don't sound surnames that don't sound so Italian, but they are Italian.
Can't wait to try first. Salute.
So this is like crunchy food, like red raspberries, beautiful cherries, maybe even a little bit of dark cherry in it. Violets. I mean, the perfume coming off of this wine is incredible.
That plum that is not super ripe, but it's not unripe. It's right in the middle.
Red plum. So this wine is gorgeous on the nose, palate-wise. It's silky. It's you get the fresh fruit, crunchy fruit, and it's well,
very well balanced. It's not, it's nothing like any Pinot Noir that I've tasted before. It has, the one that we tried last week was very, very bold in the tartness. This one has a light tartness that invites you to just, have another sip, have another bite. The aroma is amazing. It's very subtle.
So I'm glad you compared it to Pinot Noir because it is Pinot Noir like, but it is its own group of grapes, and the wines are incredible that are coming out of Alto Adige made with Schiava.
You know when you go to a farmer's market and they have the right fruit, and you're going through the cherries and the berries and the plums, and you have that aroma of all those berries around. That's what it reminds me of, a day at the farmer's market.
And we, yes, and this is, Franz is one of the top producers of this wine, St. Magdalener Classico. But for this, every day, pairing with just about anything, this is the wine I go to. So why don't we go check on that salmon?
Okay, so here I present you our brown butter, crispy skinned salmon. What is it?
Looks amazing, Chef. I mean, so here we are. It's a 7-ounce salmon, skin on. We crisp it up in the oven, pan sear it, finish it off in the oven. We've got our butternut puree, butternut squash puree, our citrus brown rice, broccolini, and it's finished with the brown butter we spoke about earlier, and some microgreens just to add a little more complexity and depth to this dish.
Absolutely. What I love, I'm a salmon lover. What I love about this dish is that brown butter glaze. I think that the process of browning the butter, getting all the milk solids away, and just getting that clean, brown, beautiful, nutty flavor butter makes this dish just so tasty and so amazing. The brown butter glaze is velvety and it just adds so much richness to this dish.
It's super aromatic.
Yes, it is.
And not just the microgreens that are on top; those are very aromatic. But the nuttiness from this butter, you can just smell it, and I'm tasting it, and I'm looking forward to digging into this. So we do prepare our salmon medium rare unless otherwise requested. So when we purchase our salmon, it's Faroe Island, so it comes across the Atlantic. But it's packed fresh. It's packed on ice the moment it comes out of the water. It comes to us skin on, obviously. We butcher it up here ourselves. We cut it into 7-ounce portions, and we get deliveries almost daily. So that's how fresh the salmon is. I mean, today's world on getting food from point A on one side of the hemisphere to point B on the other side of the hemisphere, it's pretty quick.
Yes, it is. And like nothing like a fresh home cooked meal. And this is, we're a restaurant, but this is like home cooked. No additives, no preservatives, none of that artificial thing. Just a beautiful dish.
She talks. I'm gonna cut into this.
I'm hungry today.
I was trying to
Hangry. Feed the man. I think that the broccolini is the perfect vegetable for this dish. A little bit of garlic in the broccolini to give it another little bit of flavor.
Beautifully cooked. It's medium rare, just the way it's supposed to be. Give you a little bit of the
citrus rice
puree with the citrus rice. Sorry, I'm blended together.
That's okay.
Piece of broccoli.
Look at you.
Some color on your plate,
so
Chef.
Nice looking. It's so nice. It's like fun. Nice.
So she does say that about all the wines. It makes her feel nice.
Well, some make me shimmy, some make me smile, some make me dance. This one just like hey, how you doing? How you doing?
So fruity. It's subtle tannins, balanced acidity.
It is. You know something like this?
Let's do the salmon without the sides. So you get that crunch from the skin, crispy skin. You get that nuttiness from that butter, but it pairs so well with the salmon's richness and fattiness and just
yes, it's a yes.
It's a yes.
Our guests love our salmon. That's for sure. It sometimes it's like we finish cutting it and we're ready to cut some more and get more ready. It's just amazing.
We do. It's our number one selling fish on our menu. It sells better than our market fish, which is our market fish is generally locally caught seafood, line caught seafood, where this is obviously coming from the Faroes. But have you tried it with the wine yet? It's harmonious, which I always like to say.
A beautiful harmony, absolutely.
I mean, those tannins just, they're so subtle that...
when you drink it, I can't get over the aroma of this wine, that sweetness and that mellow...
Not really sweet, but that fresh fruit.
Yeah,
Kids that perceive sweetness.
It's sweet on the nose, down the palate.
Exactly. So you're hitting the nail on the head there, Chef. So I'm going to try it with some of the sides together, and then taking a little sip of my wine. But as I said before, this wine is probably one of the most versatile reds that you can find. And as I said again, Franz's wines are incredible. They're super high quality. He is, if not the best, he is one of the best producers of St. Magdalener Classico.
You get that little bit of ginger in the butternut squash puree, and you take a sip of the wine, and it's so magical. It's beautiful.
So again, the crunchiness of that skin, the richness of that meat, the red fruit, the fruitiness of this wine, the moderate tannins and the acidity. It's a complete experience.
And step away from that notion that you can't have red wine with fish. It totally does not apply. This goes perfectly together.
Yeah, beautiful. Salmon's a little bit heavier because it really has that fatty component to it, so it really can hold up to red wines like Pinot Noir or Schiava. And the ideal of you can't pair red wine with whatever. If it's something you like, that's fine. It might not be technically sound, but you know what? If you're enjoying it, that's the whole thing about wine. You want to enjoy it with your meals. I'm not always technical with the way I drink my wines. If I have something I want to drink, I'll drink it, and I know I'll enjoy it because I'm drinking the wine, and the food is a secondary complement to what I'm drinking.
Well, I'm enjoying this one very much, sir.
I am too. I'm enjoying the whole experience.
I wonder what else he has in that cellar. Don't you want to know?
Got a few. Maybe I'll take you for a tour down there. Not really, because it's a little messy down there.
Just keep running away.
Will do. So, this was a fantastic pairing. I don't take credit for it because she obviously cooked the food, and Franz made the wine. But it really goes well together, and as I said, this is a very little known variety outside of Italy. But if you ever come across it, try it. It's worth every penny. It's a value wine. St. Magdalena is one of the highest level of expressions of this variety, and this producer he produces incredible juice.
And if you try it and you're not in the area to come visit us, tag us on social media. Let you know that you enjoyed the wine, that you tried it, and then whenever you're in the area, come and see us. We can't wait.
And since the chef liked this wine so much, I'm gonna work on getting some of the wine here for the restaurant, and we'll put it on our market list hopefully by October.
Oh wow, I love that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it'll still be getting crisp outside, which this wine is perfect for. I do drink this wine slightly chilled, as I'm not sure if you noticed.
Mm-hmm.
It just helps open the whole experience.
It's amazing. I wish you guys were here around this table with us to try this food and try this wine. It's amazing. buy it for your dinner party or bring your dinner party here, and you get to enjoy it here with us.
Absolutely. And we look forward to seeing you next week. I won't cheat and ask the chef what we're going to do. So if she's going to do something special and she wants me to do something for my cellar, she might have to tell me a little bit in advance so I can grab something from it. But when I say cellar, it's really my basement. My cellar is my basement.
We'll go to the basement. But like us on social media, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment, and let us know. We're gonna come into our fall season dishes soon. So that will be very, very interesting to pair all the new dishes with the new wine. And I can't wait for you to see what that season brings.
Yes, absolutely. And yes, as you said, like us, follow us, ask us questions. We would really love to hear anybody that's tried Schiava. We'd love to hear your feedback on it.
And if you come to Salt Creek Grill, let us know that you've been here. Let us know that you visit any of the restaurants. We would love to chat with you.
And let us know that you watch our show, which, we have, I think we're up to 20 followers now. We're getting there, we're growing.
We're out in this world.
So,
Pleasure
until next week, chin chin.
Salud.
Hi, I'm Franz, and he's Hans. We're here to bump you up. Yes.
Sorry, everybody.
Yeah. I like salmon because it's high in protein. It makes me big and strong.
Okay, with this. Just drink some wine. This one makes me happy. Those ones that smiling.